All right, guys. Ian Anderson from Subject Coast Disc Golf, and we're back with some more 2016 Glassbone Open. We are super lucky to be joined by Kyle Webster. Say hi, Kyle.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on, man. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Joplin, Missouri, just 3 hours down the road from Emporia.
Uh
So it's not too hard to make this tournament every year as long as I make the registration.
huh. That could be the hard part, get it?
Yeah, but it's a pretty popular tournament, so it's always on the list.
Definitely, man. And so you're sponsored by Westside Discs?
Yes, sir. I'm the team captain of Westside this year, and they've got me on the road promoting and playing, and just lucky to be on the team this year and promoting.
That's awesome, man. So what's your sports background?
I played a little college football a
Okay.
few years ago, and after I decided I was done with that, I just moved on to disc golf, my newest passion, and so far I'm loving it.
How long have you been playing?
This will be my 5th year playing tournaments, and that's kind of when I start my career as a disc golfer. Is my first tournament, 2011, playing rec.
Awesome, man.
So it's been a fun 5 years so far.
Cool. A little birdie told me you're a quarterback, which kind of explains the cannon you have.
Yeah, I played a little quarterback, so it definitely helps the arm.
Nice, man. I can definitely see it in your forehand game. You're busting out some 500 forehands in part one. So can't
Well,
wait to watch part two. And hey, Kyle, let's watch some disc golf.
for sure.
All right, guys, we are back with part two of the final round chase card. We're out at Emporia Country Club. A pretty cool course, kind of wide open, but definitely some treacherous OB, Kyle.
Oh yeah, there's a OB on almost every single hole out here, so you got to keep it in the middle of the fairway. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. So Eagle's having a pretty solid round right now. He's got you by 2 strokes, and we're starting off the back nine on hole 10, 402 feet. And what's your game plan here, Kyle?
You know, the wind seemed to be coming off the highway here pretty strong, and so it was really just try to punch as far down the fairway as we can and leave enough room for the disc to fade towards the OB without really going OB.
Yeah, because it left of that cart path is OB and as well on the green.
Yes, sir.
Cool. We got Jared Roan busting on a pretty big hyzer right here.
Oh yeah, it seems to be a pretty safe wide hyzer.
Yeah, a little higher than I bet he wanted if he was going to try to attack the basket very well. And what are you throwing right here, Kyle?
This is a gold line stiletto.
Oh, is that really?
Oh yes, sir. It's been in my bag for about a month or so I can get a little turn on it, but it always fades.
Wow, turn on a stiletto?
Oh yeah. Um, yeah, if I get it flat enough, I can get a little turn on it, but it never turns over.
Wow. I think Miles is also throwing a stiletto right here.
Yeah, I think it's a similar run of gold line stiletto, and
Yeah.
it proves to be super overstable like always.
Wow. So it looks like Miles came up a little bit short hitting that tree. And I look at his upshot right here.
Yeah, I think he's throwing a BT version of the harp.
Okay. God, all you trilogy guys love those harps, man. What do you guys
Yeah.
say about that thing?
Oh, it's just reliably overstable and resist turn. It's a good wind fighter for sure.
Nice, man. I look an eagle for birdie. Comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, running out that OB was kind of tough.
Yeah. And you have a pretty similar putt, just a little bit closer.
Right. Yeah, I just left out there thinking the wind was going to grab it. Didn't get so lucky.
Yeah, that's the wind makes putting kind of a guessing game. You're never sure what's exactly that's going to happen there.
Right. You just got to make a decision and commit to it. It's
Yep,
tough.
it definitely is. I think that was Matt Syria caddying for Jared, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's the owner of Heiserbomb.
Yeah, really nice guy. Met him
So,
out
yeah,
there.
definitely. He just ran the Nick Hyde Memorial.
Yeah,
Very successful event.
yeah, they're great things. Did you make it down there?
Yes, sir, I did.
Nice, man.
It was my first time playing the Harry Myers course down there in Different Monster.
It looked pretty cool, man.
Oh, yeah. Very fun Texas course. I didn't expect to have so much woods out there.
Yeah, me either. I was really surprised watching the Jomez vid. So we're on to hole 11, 517. Got a par 4. It starts off downhill, but then ends up going back uphill, and I think the net it's uphill. Right side of the fairway is really wooded, Kyle.
Right, that right side of the fairway seems to funnel almost every backhand in there, and I think the headwind here really has a play with that.
Yeah. I believe Eagle's throwing a PD2 right here, one of his more beat up ones. And there's that headwind you're talking about, Kyle.
It just grabs it immediately once you get the nose into it. It's tough here.
Yeah, it is. And Eagle went pretty deep into those woods. We'll see what he can do from in there.
Yeah, it's not as thick as it looks once you're in there, but once you're in there, it's just you never want to be in there, obviously.
Yeah. Jared stays out barely, and you were busting out your ridiculous forehand.
I
And
just
did you start backhand or forehand? Curious.
I started as a backhand thrower, and I didn't
Really?
really pick up sidearm until this past year with touring with Zachariah Johnson. He's got a monster forehand himself.
I was gonna say it does not show that you started backhand, man. I figured you're a natural forehander the way you crushed that thing. Miles had some interesting results with that roller right there. It was weird.
Well, we walked up and watched Nico LaCastro bust off a roller, and
Yeah.
he made it look too easy. So I think that's why Miles was thinking that.
Yeah, Nico's roller game was just top notch.
He can spin a frisbee.
Yeah, that he can. Looking at Miles' second shot, and he kind of threw it into the ground a little more than he wanted to.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to get it up there in the air into that headwind, and it's just tough playing into that hill as well.
For sure. So this is Eagle in the woods, and it looks like he's going to try and go through the trees, Kyle.
Yeah, I think he threw some sort of forehand roller, and we all thought he was parked right here.
Yeah, it was parked for a second.
Yeah, and then the wind, I guess, kept it in the air, and it went right down the hill.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Indeed. Looking at Miles' third shot, hoping to get up and down for a par 4.
Right. Seemed to put that under there pretty easily.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be Jared's second shot. Let's be up and down for a birdie.
Jared's flick game was looking really good.
It was, man. He was busting that out on the regular. And
yeah, well, I was pretty surprised. I didn't know he had it so dialed in.
Yeah, me either. I pictured it more of a backhand player. A nice up shot from you right there. Should be a really easy birdie.
Trusty Justice into that headwind.
Oh, nice, man. Another really popular trilogy disc.
For sure, disc of the year.
Yeah. That's right, huh?
Yes, sir. Congrats to Didi on that one.
Yeah. Came out with a winner. And Jared makes next putt for birdie after Eagle missed his. This is Eagle for his par.
You see that wind whipping that flag there?
Yeah, man. It was really swirly.
Yeah, you had to just keep your stay focused. You know, the wind changing like it was. It was tough for all of us out there.
Definitely. And that is you with a drop-in birdie. That was Miles with a drop-in par. You got a stroke on Eagle. He's only up by 1 on you now on the chase card. And that is going to bring us to hole 12, I believe.
That's right.
Yep. And what's the game plan on 12? Oh, no.
Oh, man. I thought you deleted this whole...
I'm so sorry. So this was 346. It's pretty flat. Then it gets downhill. And then right towards the basket, you end up with a really low ceiling. Which I think might have gotten in your head a little bit.
Yeah, you see Jared here throwing this forehand, and he really makes it look easy, but it came in a little high towards that OB, and you see it found it there.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, so, you know, I tried to come at it a little bit lower and get aggressive towards those trees at the end, and I just didn't get it up.
Oh, and that was just a nasty cut roll, man.
Yeah, it's straight OB there. That's just unfortunate.
That one broke my heart, man.
Hear ya.
Eagle throwing a little hyzer flip to Annie, and I think he wished that, kept turning a little longer, but still finished pin high, and he's got a putt for 2.
Hey, yeah, straight finish there is good because there is OB left eventually. So.
Oh, is there? Okay.
So it doesn't really come and play with this headwind, and you see Miles taking this felon.
Wow, that's a felon?
I think so, and it helped pretty straight into that wind.
Yeah. Looking at yours. Third shot after an OB stroke and hanging out a little bit wide, Kyle?
Yeah, that was my more stable stiletto, but you can see the wind still had a lot of effect on it.
Mm-hmm. So here you are trying to save a 4. Tough looking putt.
Yeah, another low ceiling. I'm just have trouble getting it there.
Yeah, OB behind a little bit scary too.
Oh, that's always tough.
Yep. Gonna be taking a 5. This is Miles for birdie. Have you played with Miles before?
You know, I played in Mile earlier this year for the first time in Texas, and he got me by a stick. So he's a really good player. Throws those stilettos really far.
Yeah, dude, he's got a cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Great birdie for Eagle. Also a super nice guy. And Jared, this is going to be his par save?
Yes. He had that putter warmed up for this back 9.
He sure did. Had it dialed in. That was you dropping it to 5, unfortunately. Losing some strokes to Eagle right there. He's continuing the hot round from the chase card. I think he's actually kind of flirting with the lead at this point a little bit.
Yeah, he had his foot on the pedal. And, we saw 3 really good putts from all 3 of the guys there on that hole.
Definitely. Hole 13 is 371 feet. It's a left-hand side, kind of tucked in these trees. There's OB left of the basket, and is it right of the cart path is OB as well, or not?
Yeah, right of that cart path is OB, and you rarely see a skip on that grass, so you'll see that big higher shot from us players.
Eagle, I think that was a pretty fortunate tree kick right there.
Yeah, that tree seemed to grab it and drop it right by the basket. I'm pretty sure he may have played it that way.
Yep. Wow, Miles got a crazy elevator lift off that wind.
Yeah, he didn't seem happy with his stiletto just taking off on him.
Yeah, that was weird. I believe he stayed in bounds, though.
Yeah, he came in bounds, and I think he'll have a look for that birdie still.
Yep. Jared comes up just a little bit short, but we'll have a look for 2, and you're throwing stiletto again?
That's stiletto, yes, sir.
Nice toss, man.
Thanks. You throw it up there in the air, it just grabs that wind.
It sure does. So Miles for a deuce. Oh.
Yeah, we weren't sure what happened there. He wasn't happy.
Not so much. Looking to save a par at least, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, solid work.
Yeah, right in his wheelhouse for sure.
Definitely a great par save. Jared for 2. As Eagle looks on in his Pokemon hat. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. He pulls it off.
He sure does. Great putt, Kyle.
Thanks.
You definitely tell you committed to that one.
That one felt good. Actually got that one above the pan.
Yeah. It always helps, right?
It'll go in that way.
For sure. Nice little birdie for Eagle as well.
Oh, yeah.
In that hot round.
He continues with that flow he's got going.
Yeah, it's great to see him play so well. 18 down now.
Wow.
Yep, doing work. Up next, guys, is a hole 14, 766. And what's the game plan off the tee here, Kyle?
Well, you see a lot of guys take a sidearm approach here because you have a lot of fairway to work with towards the right side. And there's usually a ripping right to left crosswind.
Okay.
So most of this will be fading into that wind, but the wind will also be pushing towards that OB. So, it's kind of a strategic play, but the sidearm seems to be the play.
Yeah, it looks like Eagle's following your advice right here. And scared some people over there.
That wind seemed to take it and throw it right towards the sidewalk, but those overstable discs he has seem to work pretty well.
Yeah, I think that was his, either his PD2 or his max. I think it was his PD2. Jared's looked like the one turned it over a little more than he wanted.
I think it may have fought back there. He got the signal.
Yep, it stays in bounds. It looks like you're going forehand stiletto?
Yes, sir. Try to keep it low and just let the wind keep it towards the ground, pushing it forward.
Seems like a pretty perfect drive for what you're trying to do anyway.
Pretty happy with it down the center. Didn't really bring the OB into play at all.
Yep, always nice. And Miles, you don't really see him throw forehand that much, or at least I haven't.
Not unless it's really called for. He likes to take big over-the-top shots or just power forward shots like you see here.
It's a nice backhand drive.
With his enforcer, he gets a lot of distance with that disc.
Yeah, I think it's like a biofusion enforcer.
I think so.
He's got one. He said it goes real far. Well, when Miles throws it anyway.
Of course.
Jared with his upshot got pretty close but hit a late tree. This is Eagle's upshot. He's going PD2 again, and the ground was sloppy out there, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, but he managed to have a really good follow-through there. And
he did.
Good result, and we checked on him, and he was fine, just a little muddy.
I know, I was worried about him. He's got that bum knee going on right now.
Yeah, he seemed to have been slipping a little bit lately, but he's an athletic kid.
Sure is. Miles flirting with that OB fence, but stays in bounds. Going to leave a longer putt than he wanted with that tree hit, though.
Inbounds on that upshot's always good there.
Yep.
It's tough.
And you going stiletto again?
Yeah, just trying to be aggressive here.
And
hung it out there.
Oh, the tree almost saved you, but you went just OB right there.
Yeah, I was calling for a little love.
Sometimes it gets you, and sometimes not so much.
Not so much.
Oh, Miles.
Yeah.
He was having one of those rounds.
It was just hard to get it going for all of us, it felt like.
It was, man. There's so much OB lurking around there. It really, once you feel like you get a flow going, you'll catch a random OB stroke. That was you trying to save a par. Going to be taking a 5, and this is Eagle for birdie.
It's a really good look at a 3 here.
Definitely. The greens played as OB as well, right?
Yeah, there's a green up left, and it's kind of an uphill slope. So as long as you play towards the basket and away from that fence, you were good.
Nice. Good birdie from Eagle.
Big putt.
Yep. Look, Miles to save a par. Nicely done.
Nice.
And is this a drop-in birdie for Jared? Or no,
I
he
think
missed
that
his
was
putt, didn't he?
Yeah, he had that longer up shot.
That's right. And there you are with a 5, unfortunately. Eagle getting a stroke on the card, 2 on you. And Eagle is 19 down now.
Yeah, he's really found his groove, and he's putting them close and making those putts. He's just putting together a solid round.
It really is. We're on to hole 15, 426. And it's just a nice, easy, like, backhand hyzer shot. Some people take it out wide, or some people go up the middle between those two trees. And then the dead grass was OB as well, right?
Yeah, there's a couple lanes at this one. You'll see just the bigger arms just try to go big and wide and under those branches over there.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you can avoid the branches and getting a kick OB towards the sidewalk or towards the dead grass, it's usually a pretty easy hole to get to the green.
Yeah. This was incredibly high for a 426-foot hole from Jared. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only thing I could think of was just throwing it into that crosswind, hoping for some push.
Okay. And looking at Miles' drive.
That enforcer, he just peppers it.
God, that thing is just smashed. Oh no.
Yeah, it just caught one little twig and then it redirected it OB.
Wow, that was such a nasty kick.
We all felt for him on that one.
Definitely. And you're smashing a stiletto?
Yeah, it's my stiletto again.
Getting a beautiful line off some nice elevator action when you needed it.
You see that wind really just swirling out there. It's crazy.
It was unbelievable. I barely ever play in wind, so it's pretty interesting to watch all this action.
It's all about trust out there and just hoping for good results.
Mm-hmm. So that was Miles from the drop zone throwing 3, gonna be hopefully taking a 4. That was Jared just laying up for a 3, and this is Eagle for a birdie.
Oh, dude, so aggressive.
God, that was a good putt right there.
He knew it was going in right when he let go.
Yep. And here you are to match Eagle.
Ow. Just didn't get it there.
Yep. Gotta want it, Kyle.
Gotta want it.
Miles going back for his 4. That's a good 4 right there.
He finished the hole strong.
He did after that, mental kick in the nuts off that kick.
That's the way to put it there.
He brought it back in very nicely. Eagle is putting some serious separation on the card right here, 20 down. We got, 3 holes left to go, I want to say?
3 holes left, and you can really just even get more separation on these 3 holes here.
Oh, yeah, these are big ones. I think he's, at this point, only 1 back on the lead.
I had no idea.
Yeah, doing some crazy work. On a hole 16, 365, island green. And move the tee pad back, right, Kyle?
Yeah, this one's a little bit further than I remember. It's definitely reachable here. So we all talked about this hole on the tee pad, and we were like, you know what, we should probably just go for this one.
Yeah, it's either a 2 or a 4, right?
That's basically how we saw it.
Yep. Oh, Eagle goes a little bit long, and he's not throwing that PD2 ever again.
Not this weekend.
No, not so much. Do they drain this lake, I wonder?
I think they rake it, but I've never seen it lower than this.
Yeah. Jared also pumping out a forehand. Oh, man.
He was surprised that one fell out there.
I know, man. He's got some forehand snap. I thought he'd get the island for sure.
Yeah, we definitely thought he had it.
Yep. And you're going stiletto?
Yeah, and just didn't get it on the front side of that island.
Oh, man.
He's trying to play an aggressive skip there.
Mm-hmm. And Miles the only one going backhand.
Yeah, I think he threw his felon again.
Okay. He was lucky to get a stick on that one right there.
Oh, yeah. That's 25% there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think the spotter said something like 30 people made it all day.
Right. I think it was 1 for 8 if you included the lead card and our card.
Wow. So that was Eagle laying up. That was Jared laying up for a 4. This is you. You're laying up, right?
Yeah. We all wish, this one to go in, but only so aggressive you can be here.
Yeah, exactly, with the water right behind.
Right. That's green.
Yeah, exactly. Miles to get 2 strokes on the card right here. Make this putt.
Just a little lower. You heard him. You saw him there.
Yep. But still getting a stroke in the card regardless.
Oh, yeah. That's a good 3.
Definitely. Probably one of the very, very few 3s in this hole.
I'd say so. He definitely had a stroke on most of the field here.
Yep. There's a sad Miles dropping his 3. Oh, man.
It's you make the island green and you're still bummed.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, that's GBO. It's awesome.
Yep. Kept his plastic at least.
There you go.
We're on to hole 17, which is 850 feet. OB to the right, OB to the left, and then if you come up short enough, you can kind of go over these trees on this big dogleg left.
Yeah, if you got the arm for it, you can cut this hole in half.
Yeah.
It's pretty aggressive, pretty risky, but high reward.
Yeah, definitely. And then you can see the basket tucked in here amongst these trees. It's a really interesting hole.
This is a really sweet par 5. You got to play golf here.
Yeah, you do. Is that Miles Enforcer again?
Yeah, he's got that just dialed in. Easy distance for him.
Yep. Middle fairway and crushed.
That's one of the furthest drives I saw watching this hole.
Yeah? Yeah. I'm telling you, Miles throws far. I was impressed. Eagle turned that one over a little too much, but he actually kind of gave himself that other fairway, Kyle.
Yeah, he left himself options there, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with it. Jared going flex shot with a forehand.
With the right speed, that seemed to be the smart play there.
Yeah, put himself in a great spot and kind of wide enough to get around the corner.
Right.
And you're just throwing something new. What do you got?
Hey, that's a Longbowman.
Oh, okay.
It's Westside's newest little control driver.
Okay. I've heard it's kind of Firebirdy a little bit.
It's a little Firebirdie. If you get some season on it, it'll stretch for you. And I just use the wind there to help it turn over.
Nice, man. So Eagle is cutting the corner with a crazy Sky Annie.
This is huge. We didn't see what happened here.
So it hit that tree and then kicked in bounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It paid off there. That was really aggressive.
Oh, it definitely was, and it sure did pay off.
He was so pumped about it. He took off running once he got that green.
Love it, man. I love his enthusiasm.
For sure.
Jared just playing smart golf right there, making the corner.
That's a really good placement shot. It's a 400-foot shot just to get to there.
Wow. And this is a different stiletto?
That's the stretchier one.
Okay.
So I don't have to throw it too hard.
Gotcha. So you didn't lose this one in the water?
No, I went most stable just to try to get a big skip, and it just still stayed straight on me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I believe this is going to be Miles' second shot, and he's cutting the corner a little bit too.
Right. If you want to be aggressive here, you see a lot of guys really cut the corner, and you feel like you're throwing towards OB, but the way this hole's angled, you're actually going right at the basket.
Yeah, look at him dead center of the fairway right there.
Yeah, it's almost a 90-degree turn if you really look at it.
Mm-hmm. And that is going to be Jared's third shot. Just laying it for a 4, hopefully. And this is your third shot as well?
Yeah, I'm throwing a justice here. Really trying to get aggressive at the pin.
Mm-hmm.
And just a little hard.
Looked like the right line to me. Yeah, but just a little bit outright.
Just missed that spot I wanted to hit the skip on.
And this is Eagle's third shot. Should be able to card a 4 from there.
Yeah, he put himself in really good scoring position on that one.
Mm-hmm. And this is Miles' third shot. Also just landed for a 4. Could have had an Eagle bid if you wanted it there.
Yeah, if you really wanted to be greedy, I'm sure he could have ran that one.
Yeah, but he's a smart golfer.
Yeah, he really is. Jared, just that.
Wow.
Putter. That was after a little bit of a backup, so his keeping that putter hot was pretty impressive.
Like a 5 or a 6 card backup on this hole.
Yeah, the par 5 and the par 4 to finish kind of slowed things down.
Oh, Eagle! I wanted him to make that one so bad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened there.
Yeah.
And I followed it up.
Just a little bit low. Just losing focus, man. It could happen on the long days, long holes.
Yeah, it's the grind, and Eagle snuck it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got his par. I got my par.
And Miles with birdie right there.
Pretty routine birdie right there.
Yeah, that was textbook for Miles right there.
Textbook.
And, that was a great putt from Jared. I just see him putting so well on this back 9.
He turned it on.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, we're on to the last hole. 858 feet. I believe this is a par 4, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a par 4. It's so hard to get a 3 here.
It is, man. You gotta have an absolutely crushing drive, and then you kind of have an ante or a forehand on your second shot. But I almost think it favors an ante with a really late fade into the hillside over a forehand.
Yeah, it seems to favor that fade coming out with a backhand more than the forehand going into the ground there.
Yeah, and Miles absolutely crushes this Biofusion Enforcer.
No fear.
Just smashed incredibly far. And Jared's going forehand, which, kind of just a layup shot placement.
Yeah, it's 2 400 plus foot shots uphill here, so he's just trying to bite off as much as he can chew there.
Yeah, this is a beast of a par 4. And you mentioned the uphillness too.
It is a monster.
Yeah.
Good finishing hole.
This guy throws pretty far too.
Oh yeah, he made that look easy.
Didn't he? That's probably 500 right there. And you're going stiletto with a forehand, which you can throw 500.
I don't know if I can get that stiletto 5. That'd be awesome.
That would be a hell of a feat right there. The stilettos are pretty overstable. Jared's second shot, and I believe he's got a roller lined up here. Yeah.
Yeah, he ripped on it.
Yeah.
That hill just stables it up.
Yep.
It's tough to get all the way up that hill on a roll.
Absolutely. At least you stayed in bounds. And looks like you're going forehand again.
Yeah, I pulled out my Enforcer here for a little bit more stretch.
Okay. A little too much turn? Or are you kind of slow up there?
I was happy to get pin high. That's so far uphill.
It really is. I don't blame you, man. It takes a smart golf to take a 4. It's what most people are taking on this hole. Not losing many strokes to anybody. Miles going backhand hyzer to try to get over these trees.
If you got the arm, it's the way to try to get the 3 here, I'd say.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got to have a putt for it.
Oh, he put it close.
Sure did. Looks like Eagle, I think that's his Metal Flake Max.
He makes the Max go too far.
I think if I threw it, it'd go like 50 feet. That thing is just unbelievable overstable. And this is Jared's third shot, hoping to salvage a 4. This is your third shot, and this is death putt if you run it, so you're laying up, right?
Yeah, my caddy and I talked this one out, and it's just such a elevation behind the basket. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Eagle for a 3.
His putter's on. He can run it.
Oh, Eagle.
He wanted it so bad.
I love his little jump sit there. It cracked me up.
He finishes his style.
Yeah, he does. Oh, Miles with a very similar putt to Eagle. Just chains out. It's going to be Jared for a par.
There you go, Jared.
His putting in the back nine was unreal.
Just tossing him in there.
Yeah, just dead center. Miles coming back up the hill for a par. Smashes that one in nicely.
Yeah, he didn't let that rollaway affect him.
No, yeah. He's really good at recovering from those, random things that would get other people down.
He's definitely a professional.
Def. And here you are for a nicely done 4.
Finishing out some par there.
Yeah. So there it is. You tied with Jared. Miles got you by a stroke, and Eagle, I believe, finished 4th there.
Man, the Eagle just took off there.
He did. A couple more putts, man. He could have had it.
He was talking about after round. He didn't want to hang on it, but he knew that a couple strokes that he left out there, he'd be right there with those guys.
Definitely. Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for joining me, Kyle. I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thanks for having me in. This was a really good time.
Absolutely. You want to give thanks to your sponsors?
Hey, definitely. I want to give Westside a shout out for putting me on the road and making such great frisbees for me to throw. Fossa Disc Golf for making awesome disc golf bags. I'm carrying the Tanner Pro right now. Check it out. And then Hand Eye Supply Company for making the best swag in disc golf, and MD Disc Golf for designing the best courses out there.
Cool, man. Well, what's your tour schedule looking like coming up?
Hey, we have the KC Wide Open coming up, another national tour event. And then after that, I think we're going to take a couple weeks to break. Take a break for a couple weeks, and then we're going to be heading out to the Maple Hill Open.
Ooh, I've always wanted to go there. Not this year, but maybe some year.
Well, Zach and I managed to qualify early this year, so it's made our list.
Have you played it before?
It's going to be a first time for both of us, so we're super
cool,
excited, man.
Man, Steve Dodge runs a great event, and that course just looks amazing. You're going to have so much fun, man.
Cannot wait. It's definitely a destination.
Yep, color me jealous, man. Cool.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you again. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you around.
So you've just walked into a disc golf store. Look at all that sweet plastic. So many new discs to try. But you have your trusty compadres. Why would you want to try something new? What if you don't like this new disc? Rest easy. When shopping at any of our buyback retailers, if you are not completely satisfied with a disc from Dynamic Discs, Latitude 64, or Westside Discs, bring it back within 14 days with proof of purchase and we will replace it with whatever disc you want. It is that simple. Now get out there and play some disc golf. Check out dynamicdiscs.com/retail to find a buyback retail partner near you.